Hello, my name is Oscar and Fire, and welcome to a vlog post. Let me put it this way: when I recorded last days yesterday, I would kind of sort of plan having a vlog post at some point this week, but it kind of got pushed up to today automatically because I hit 700 subscribers, as it probably says in the title somewhere. The title's actually probably gonna be below this, isn't it? Anyway, the point remains that I actually reached 700 subscribers, and I was actually kind of surprised to see that, because honestly, I can't remember when I hit 600. I feel like it must have been early this year, maybe even late last year when I hit 600, because it's been a very, very long time since I actually seriously thought about my subscriber count. You know, like I've set goals time and again and so forth, but it's rarely. You know, it's like I rarely ever met them in like a good, timely fashion. The closest was with 500 last year. The closest was like 500 last year when when I said I wanted to get that by the end of the summer. And strictly speaking, I got it by the end of not even meteorological. Was it meteorological? Crap. Is meteorological summer by the months or by the equinoxes and solstices? Regardless, the point is I did technically get it before the start of fall. But it kind of felt hollow because I didn't get it before the end of August. And ever since then, I've just kind of been, I haven't really been thinking about it because I've had different things in my mind, job, and money, and whether or not I'm completely wasting my life with everything. Anyway, but the point remains that, yeah, I have not been thinking about it, and so to see it hit 700, because I know it's been increasing slowly over the past couple of weeks since I started Thranduil's Realm. I genuinely didn't. The sun just came out, by the way. That's why everything just brightened up really awkwardly. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's pretty much exactly why I was kind of surprised by it, and I'm actually really grateful for it too, because I've kind of reached the point where I kind of just do the YouTube channel. Just because I want to do it, not because I really want to make it into some sort of successful financial venture. At the same time, it's really nice to see that the channel still has potential to grow. I'm also very grateful to all of you because I've noticed also that a lot of my non-Third Age Total War videos have actually been getting better view numbers lately. I know the last days has been getting at least 20, like over 20, I should say, views per episode. And that's usually not the case too, because a lot of the times, same with Overwatch, but a lot of the time those videos, when the first episode will get a lot of views, they'll get maybe even 50-ish or so, but then it'll drop off like immediately. Like the second episode might have 20, and then the third episode onward will have like 10 or less even. And it's nice to see that there is some consistent viewership in those things, and I'm kind of really glad for that too, because it does kind of justify the fact that I'm making these videos at all. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of want to do that little, hey, I got 700 subscribers announced, because yeah, that's like that feels like the first big milestone I've had for the channel in a very long time. I know the channel's very much been on autopilot, and I know that I've not been uploading consistently for ages. It's been inconsistent whether I've had a job or not, no matter what, and I apologize for that. I apologize for that immensely, because it makes me feel bad to do that. It makes me feel bad to not be doing the best I could be with regards to the channel. But it's also not easy because, again, I am working pretty much full-time. Effectively, I'm working full-time. I'm technically a part-timer, but I get so many hours, it might as well be full-time. And that takes away a lot of my energy. And, that alongside other stresses really creates really makes it so that I'm not, really enthused to always do videos for the channel. I know for a fact that, because how would I explain this? Because I don't want to make it sound like I hate doing the channel or anything, but I feel like I should mention this all the same. And that's the fact that when I do videos for this channel, I don't necessarily like do it for like the pure enjoyment. It's fun to play the games, but it's also kind of work, you know. It's also, you know, it takes effort, it takes energy, you know, in order to comment for an hour or for 30 minutes or for even 20 minutes on shorter videos, however few I make of those. You know, that takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of thought. And, you know, even if a lot of the commentary is stupid, even if it's stupid jokes or me just trying to fill airtime as I'm traveling from one location to another, you know, in part because I want to minimize editing, you know, but a lot of it is that does take effort, it does take energy, and I sometimes just don't have that energy, and that's a lot of the reason why Third Age is slowed down, why Mass Effect is slowed down, because those are long series with long episodes, and why, say, The Last Days is more frequent, or, you know, whatever else I might decide to do in a short period, then like, that'll take a little shorter. You know, but at the same time, you know, I don't... Where was it going with this? I can't remember where I was going with that last thing. I'm gonna probably see that in the playback and be like, oh, that's the point I wanted to make. Even though I feel like I more ended up on a tangent than actually trying to make a serious point. So I apologize for wasting like a minute of your time just now. Sorry, I am still tired constantly, so that's pretty much affecting all the content I make. Like, the only thing it's not really affecting, I think, is like The Last Days. I think The Last Days, for whatever reason, I am really super duper engaged. I just punched myself in the chin. Engaged with it though, and that for some reason gives me a lot of energy compared to everything else I do. You know, I mean, Overwatch is kind of spontaneous, and everything else is not to fill the channel with content. It's stuff I want to do, but it doesn't have the same kind of invigorating aspect of The Last Days, and I could not tell you for the life of me why that is. I do not know why I'm loving The Last Days so much. But if you haven't watched it, by the way, please do. I think it's a fun series. You know, and you have my permission to skip around a bit because there are some slower periods in there, simply because of how overland map travel on Mountain Blade works. But I think that it's been a lot of fun to play that. There's one other thing I wanted to bring up, and that has to do with Extra Life, because Extra Life Game Day in about 13 days. It's going to be November 5th. And I have no idea what I'm doing this year, to be honest. I have completely neglected Extra Life almost the entire year, and I feel bad for that, but there has just been so little time for me to think about it. And I'm still kind of disappointed in myself for giving it so little, for paying it so little mind. But at the same time, it's like I haven't had that much time to think about it, or much energy to think about it, and it irks me. I'll try to have some sort of live stream this on the 5th. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get the day off. I lost all sorts of vacation time and everything from quitting my job and coming back, and I probably should more stridently demand that I get those back, but I'm not the kind of person to kind of just make a big stink over these things, so I'm just kind of just letting it lie right now. But yeah, so we'll see what Extra Life looks like. As always, be sure to check out the page. The link's in the description below. Try to remember to put up the link itself onto some sort of caption above my head, below my head, off in the corner there, off in the corner down there, somewhere on the screen, so that you guys can, you know, can type it in manually if you have to. And I encourage you greatly to actually, you know, to donate. And once again, remember that I started my own team, which has no members. Remember that I did start my own team though, and if you can join, if you think you can help in any way to help raise a little funds for the team I made, then I would be more than happy if you would. At any rate, that's enough for this vlog post. It's gotten kind of rambly and I had a lot of tangents. So I want to thank you all for watching this vlog post. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe for more. Also, especially comment. Actually, I was good before I segue into that. Especially comment. I always appreciate feedback. I always appreciate feedback on these vlogs. Also, check the links in the description below for links to my Twitter and Facebook pages. I already mentioned Extra Life 2016. And I will catch you next time for probably more something or other. Damned if I know what, though. Till next time, everybody.